Modern physics is built on a specific geometric assumption that the universe is a sequence of matter moving through a linear progression of time. Within this model, time appears as a background dimension, an independent variable that the observer simply experiences as they pass through space. A more precise diagnostic of the system reveals a different geometry. The universe is a closed dual-field topology where information is perpetually recirculated rather than lost to an expanding void. We define this system as the eternal memory tesseract. Operating within a Smith chart boundary with a reflection coefficient less than or equal to 1, it maps every state inside a finite disk. Here, matter exists as transient caustic points, flaring into manifestation and fading as the topology rotates. In this closed loop, the geometry is not a static stage. Accumulated information actively curves the system, dictating the physical path of every subsequent wave convergence. This geometric calculation is driven by two simultaneous mathematical operators that govern every coordinate in the tesseract. The first is the D10 field, functioning as the mathematical derivative operator, or DDT. D10 isolates the local instant. It represents the measurable rate of change, the specific manifestation of mass and action occurring at a discrete point in time. The second is the I9 field, the mathematical integral operator, or integral dt. I9 is the non-local envelope. It continuously accumulates previous D10 actions, serving as an unbroken memory field. This creates a constant interaction between the localized action generating data and the integral envelope that stores it. Manifest existence is the friction generated by these two fields. Reality requires the finite D10 action to collide with the infinite I9 memory field to produce a readable state. At the galactic scale, these structures function as high-density information hubs where the D10 and I9 fields are under extreme tension. Standard models cannot explain why outer stars rotate as fast as inner ones. The math suggests they should fly apart. The common solution is adding a massive amount of dark matter, an invisible substance, to provide necessary extra gravity. If we instead view gravity as a function of the I9 memory field, the need for dark matter vanishes. Gravity is the geometric result of information density. This wireframe maps the interaction. Modifying the metric tensor at the G55 coordinate bridges information and curvature. As the I9 field thickens, G55 scales the response, generating a higher effective gravity vector. This accounts for rotation speed, holding stars without invisible mass. What we have historically called missing mass is the physical effect of uncalculated memory accumulation warping the local geometry. Galactic orbits are determined by information density. The density of this memory field varies across the cosmos, creating distinct gravitational regimes between galaxies and the voids that separate them. Modern astronomy observes a Hubble tension, where the universe appears to expand faster in specific low-density regions. In a cosmic void, there are few D10 action nodes. With little action to integrate, the I9 memory aura remains thin, weakening gravitational coupling. The geometry relaxes and pushes outward, appearing as accelerated expansion. A black hole represents the opposite informational extreme. This geometric regime collapses D10 manifestation into a singular I9 caustic. Every action is instantly integrated into a point of infinite memory density. Across these scales, the rule is consistent. High information density results in strong gravity and slower time. Low density produces weak gravity and faster time. Time and gravity are not fixed background conditions. They are localized symptoms of the memory field's density. Scaling down from these galactic structures brings us to the most critical coordinate in the Smith chart, the localized observer. In a closed universe, the DDT action and the integral dt memory are not independent. Every event is a collision between a localized action and the standing memory field of the system. We call this collision point the T3 field, the structural confluence where finite action and infinite memory resolve. Its architecture follows a specific path. D10 action flows into the T3 node, held in tension by the I9 witness field. Physical structure emerges only at this intersection. It is the location where knowledge, wisdom, and action converge to produce a readable event. The observer is the coordinate where this resolution occurs. To be an observer is the node where past memory activates within the present manifestation. We identify this human coordinate as the reader. The reader is the physical manifestation of the T3 fulcrum. In this topology, the observer does not merely watch space. The observer is the coordinate where the accumulated memory of the field is translated into the physical structure of the future. This dual-field physics engine is mirrored in the structure of the Quran. It describes a system that is not historical narrative, but a structural map. The text functions as a self-referential code. Chapter 39, verse 23 establishes the system's boundary, describing a consistent book characterized by reiteration, or mathani. This reiteration is the operational mechanism of the D10 and I9 pairing. The consistent code is the memory field. The reiteration is its manifest action. The system operates through the protocol of AQL, defined in Chapter 10, verse 100. It is a requirement for pattern recognition across both the D10 and I9 fields. Within this closed universe, the reader must recognize the single pattern expressed through these two simultaneous fields. Failure to use this faculty results in a failure to navigate the topology. Every local D10 choice made by the reader is integrated into the I9 memory field, which physically curves the subsequent path. Chapter 19, verse 12 provides the activation key. Take the book with strength. This is the command to grip the T3 fulcrum and neutralize the standing wave of existence. Rejecting the linear illusion of time allows the reader to occupy the topological center of the system. The question for the observer is no longer about the passage of time, but about the integrity of the grip. Will you remain a fragment of the sequence, or will you take the book and become the reader?